I'm Matt Fuller at Base Operations. Over the next 5 minutes, we're going to be showing you how easy it is to use Base Operations to conduct a pre-trip executive protection assessment. Let's get to it. The first thing you'll want to understand is the overall activity profile of the city. It looks like crime has been pretty consistent in Mexico City for the last 12 months, and outside of a small dip in what is likely due to a pandemic shutdown, pretty consistent in volume over the last 3 years. Seasonality doesn't have much of an impact on crime overall, but if we look at something like property crime specifically, we see volume tends to go up slightly in the summer months into the fall, and this could be something to be concerned about depending on the time of year that you're traveling. The map you're looking at here shows Mexico City broken out by district. Those districts are classified by their risk quintile, so a dark pink neighborhood is going to represent an area in the 5th quintile, or upper 80% of overall risk, and light blue is going to be the opposite. Now let's pretend our executive is staying at the JW Marriott in Polanco. We might be interested in the route that we take from the airport to the hotel, and in this case, let's say we're concerned about areas that are high risk for armed robbery. Now we can quickly see where those areas are throughout the city and use this information to pass on to our traveling executive or their security detail to help make either party more risk aware and put them in a better position to avoid an incident. Now back to the JW. This is a relatively low-risk area for Mexico City. Clicking on this district will help us understand why. Polanco is a nicer section with a lot of corporate buildings and luxury hotels, and this chart to the right will help give us the volume of the crimes that we have selected over the time period that we've defined. We can also look at relative severity of this neighborhood. We can see that the relative severity increased in the December through February time frame, but has been falling back to average. Extending this over 3 years helps put all this into perspective and shows you that this neighborhood does go through slight ebbs and flows based on incident volume, but the relative risk of this neighborhood hovers in that medium to medium high risk, or medium to medium low risk. Now, seasonality in this neighborhood is slightly more exaggerated than at the city level, with spikes in July, October, January, and February, and we can see that also reflected in our incident volume chart above. Now, it looks like robbery poses the highest relative risk of the crimes that we have selected in this area, and drilling back to 1 year will allow us to focus on a time period that might be a little bit more relevant for our use case. And we'll see with these updated incident volumes that in addition to the robberies, we have 11 armed robberies, 13 auto thefts, and 6 sex offenses over the last 12 months. So let's focus in on some of these more violent ones in robbery, armed robbery, and sex offenses, and figure out where exactly those are occurring within this particular neighborhood. Clicking on our heat map view is going to show us hotspots for these crimes that we have selected. So focused on armed robbery, robbery, and sex offenses over the last 12 months. We can immediately see a hotspot pop up to the southeast here. And this looks like a hotspot for both robbery and armed robbery, and is an area where someone might walk to experience the nearby museums or parks around this particular region. So this would likely make its way into the briefing, and we can see there's been a high volume of these types of crimes just at this intersection here to the southeast. Now, drilling down into the incident view is going to show us the actual latitude, longitude, date, time of day of these crimes that we have selected around the location that we're evaluating. Now, if we focus on the general area of the hotel, we can see that there's been roughly, let's drill back just a little bit, and we can see that it's been roughly 222 events of these 3 crimes that we have selected over the last 12 months. Now, by volume, robbery is still the highest risk, even as we drill down into this location with 151 of those incidents being robbery. But we can see that over that same time period, there's been 20 reports of sex offenses and 51 armed robberies. Now, focusing in on this particular area and these 222 events, we can start to get a feel for how time of day might impact the crime profile of this location. So looking at midday and mid-morning, about 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., we can see 58 of those 222, about 25%, are occurring mid-morning and midday. We see in the evening about 82 events, and then into the night and early morning, we have another 82. So the crime profile of this area does increase slightly going into the evening and then overnight. So you might want to put into a briefing that as you come home from dinner or you're exploring the area after work hours, you exercise a little bit more caution, especially as it relates to these crimes that we're evaluating. Now, drilling back a little bit, and looking just slightly to the north, we can see that the relative risk of these neighborhoods increases Just 3 blocks north, we have an area that is medium high risk. And just 3 more blocks north of that, we have a high risk neighborhood, which shows a drastic increase in crimes that we might be concerned about for a traveler or a visiting executive. Now, this can be repeated in whatever level of granularity makes sense for your organization across each step in the itinerary. So thank you for watching, and please reach out for a demo to see more.